This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois.
And I'm Beth Jones. A person seriously injured in a Bangor fire nearly a month ago has now died from his injuries.
75-year-old Lawrence Dawson was trapped inside a burning home at Colonial Pines Mobile Home Park on March 14th. Bangor firefighters arrived and were able to get him out quickly, but Bangor Assistant Fire Chief Chandler Corriveau said Dawson sustained severe burns. A spokesperson for the fire marshal's office says Dawson died from his injuries on Sunday. A second occupant of the home was not injured. That fire remains under investigation.
A bill seeking to enshrine abortion and reproductive health care in the Maine Constitution has been voted down by the legislature. LD 780 failed to garner the 2/3 majority vote of support needed to send the question to the November ballot. The effort was part of a nationwide push to put abortion into state constitutions after the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. After the vote, Lisa Margulies from Planned Parenthood of Northern New England issued the following statement saying, quote, "Mainers will remember how their elected officials voted on this bill. Mainers will show up to the polls in November ready to cast ballots, if not for a constitutional amendment protecting reproductive autonomy, for new elected leaders who will champion our rights and freedoms and encourage us to make our voices heard," end quote.
Meanwhile, Maine's Judiciary Committee has advanced a bill that would create a red flag law in Maine. The proposed law would keep Maine's current yellow flag law in place, but would also allow family members to seek a judge's permission to remove firearms from someone who poses a danger to themselves or others. The bill passed the committee vote mostly along party lines, with 2 Democrats joining Republicans to oppose the measure. The bill now faces full votes in the House and Senate. It's currently unclear if Governor Mills supports this bill.
A Democratic legislator from Bar Harbor has resigned from her office effective immediately. In a letter sent to House Speaker Rachel Talbot Ross, Representative Lynn Williams says, quote, "It has been an honor and privilege to serve in the Maine House of Representatives and represent the towns of Bar Harbor, Mount Desert, Lemoyne, and the Cranberry Isles. Unfortunately, due to an unexpected professional opportunity that is not compatible with the legislature, I must leave this office earlier than expected," end quote. Representative Williams sat on the Veterans and Legal Affairs Committee and previously on the Transportation Committee. We spoke with colleagues who were shocked about her sudden resignation, but offered their best wishes.
I'm going to hate to see her leave. I wish her well, and she took her job seriously here.
She's a great lady, very nice, invested in the issues. I think it's a loss for the institution to lose her, but I wish her the best in her future endeavors.
It was a pleasure and an honor to serve with Representative Williams, even for a brief time, on the Veterans and Legal Affairs Committee, which I chair, and she's been an excellent colleague, and I wish her well in her next endeavor, and I'm really grateful we had an opportunity to serve together.
With the legislature scheduled to adjourn on April 17th, it's unclear if a special election will be held to fill the seat prior to the November general election.
The House voted yesterday to reject the governor's proposal to build an offshore wind terminal on Sears Island. The proposal had sparked concerns from environmentalists and community members. Our Grace Blanchard has more.
In an 80-65 vote, the House of Representatives voted Tuesday to reject plans to build an offshore wind facility on Sears Island in Searsport.
To vote against this bill is not a vote against offshore wind. It is a vote to protect Sears Island, period.
Governor Mills announced in February that her administration had chosen Sears Island for the proposed location of the project. A spokesperson for the governor said without this bill, Maine would lose out on creating hundreds of job opportunities, energy to stabilize electricity prices, and protecting the state from climate change.
Searsport was the only place in Maine where it was viable to do, so if it's going to happen, it has to happen here.
The town manager says Searsport is the only place in the state that meets the land and deep water requirements needed to build an offshore wind terminal. He says it would also create job opportunities for the community.
It's like creating a new paper industry from scratch, and it could be with us for centuries.
Those who are against the project being on Sears Island say they have environmental concerns for the sand dunes.
I signed a petition to have it go on the brown side and save the green side, so people can go there, nice and green and stuff, preserved and stuff. So.
Advocates with the Alliance for Sears Island are in support of a facility, but at the more developed Mack Point instead. Members of the Alliance say the construction of the wind facility would remove more than 75 acres of vegetation on the island, causing irreparable ecological damage.
There's impacts on all levels for Searsport, and we need to make sure that we're finding a pathway to making sure that we are properly funded to mitigate those.
It is unclear how severely the House's decision will delay the construction of a wind port in Maine. In Searsport, Grace Blanchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
In other news tonight, 2 people have been arrested for allegedly damaging dozens of cars in Bangor. 18-year-old Zachary Skidgel of Plymouth and 18-year-old Michael Bowden of Etna were arrested on charges of aggravated criminal mischief late Tuesday night. Bangor Police Sergeant Jason McCambly says over the past weekend, Bangor police had taken multiple reports of cars and garbage cans being damaged at various locations around the city. Several doorbell camera videos were given to police that showed the vehicle the suspects were using. McCambly says officers stopped it and found Skidgel, Bowden, and a third individual inside. McCambly says Skidgel and Bowden admitted to damaging between 20 and 30 vehicles around Bangor.
The Augusta Police Department has a lot to celebrate as they're poised to start a new chapter in a brand new building. Chief Kevin Lully says during his years with the department, they've moved through 2 other buildings. Though changes were made over the years, he says their last facility just wasn't functioning the way they needed it to and required repair. Lully says the new place affords them much greater and more functional space, including the ability to host events or trainings, and in general, it leaves a lot of room for growth.
Listen, tell me this isn't an exciting day. So, we started in '95 when I was first hired at the old police department, which is actually right across the road from where we stand. Short 28 years later, and here we are cutting ground, or cutting the ribbon on a new place. It feels big, but the nice piece is it'll allow us growth. So, looking downrange as we're looking at new officers or new dispatchers or new non-sworn, whether with mental health folks, social workers, things of that nature, there's room for them.
Chief Lully says they are still in the old building, but they're preparing to move into the new one. They're still working on the last of the setup for their dispatchers, but they expect to hold another event when they are actually making that move. So some very exciting times over in Augusta for the police department there.
And I think it's interesting to see the evolution of the thought process that goes into planning for a new facility. So now we're not just talking about, making room for, some more officers coming on, but you're seeing, that evolution of thinking and endeavor where now they want to make room for social workers, mental health professionals, other community partners that will become instrumental, in their police work or in sort of taking some of that work away so that they can focus on police work, as we've heard departments comment before when we discussed the mental health crisis. So great to see that they're moving into a facility that will allow them to do all those things.
Yeah, it certainly opens a door for many more opportunities for them.
Absolutely.
All right, well, looking outdoors today, a bit of a stark contrast compared to the last couple of days we've had.
Yeah, not too shabby, but we know we're moving into, kind of a soggy couple of days. So let's just dive right in and get into a first check of our forecast.
Thank you so much. And once again, some scattered rain showers will be in the area today, tomorrow, once again for Friday, and then even into Saturday. We're talking some lingering rain showers in the area. For now, though, very light, though. Nothing heavy at the moment, but by Friday, things are going to pick up in intensity. High temperature-wise, though, upper 40s right here in town. Waterville, Augusta area, same story. But right off the coast, we did see a little bit cooler temperatures. That is because we had that breeze right off the ocean. And, of course, the ocean is anywhere around 40 to 42 degrees, so cooler temperatures were in Rockland, Bar Harbor, and even into Machias. Of course, like I was saying, right, those winds blowing right off the ocean inland, and wind speeds here in town are at around 12 miles per hour. Wind gusts are at around 20. This is just the beginning, though. By Thursday evening into Friday, we're looking at a lot more of a gusty wind on the way. Wind gusts for now into overnight. By tomorrow morning, we're looking at around 20 miles per hour, but then by tomorrow evening into Friday, right at the coast, we're talking wind gusts even up to 40 miles an hour. Hour by hour forecast does show those scattered showers in the area. Temperatures will be in the 40s.
Alrighty, Conrad, thank you.
All right, and coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, the United States Postal Service announces it will consolidate the Hamden Mail facility. We'll hear from leaders who say they're upset by that move.
And it's Organ Donation Month, and leaders are encouraging more Mainers to register as donors. Those stories and much more when we come right back.
Your best days of the year start here at Kubota Orange Days. It's the year's biggest selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. Plus the year's best deals, like 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,300 off select compact tractors. Orange goes all day. Sales ending soon. Visit your local dealer today.
Machias Savings Bank is proud to partner with Coastal Women's Health.
We want to be partnered with a company that's in Maine, that understands Maine values, but is committed to staying with Maine businesses and partnering for the future.
In the near future, Coastal Women's will be expanding our space to allow us to take care of more patients in southern Maine, and we're happy to be partnering with Machias to take care of our needs in that expansion.
Machias Savings Bank, the bank of yes.
Looking for fitness that fits your budget? Join Planet Fitness. Now through April 12th, save $5 a month when you join for $1 down and just $10 a month. Cancel anytime. That's a savings of $60 per year. Get big fitness energy without the big investment. Never intimidating, always free fitness training. Equipment for every workout. Don't miss out. Join the judgment-free zone today and get energized for $1 down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, April 12th.
In times like these, saving money matters more than ever. Lydia saved her family $450 by switching to AAA auto insurance. And Frank switched and saved over $350. Just like you need to take care of your family, we consider you a part of ours. AAA is here to help you with your auto, home, and life insurance needs. Call 844-AAA Insurance or visit AAA.com for an auto insurance quote today. AAA, we're always with you.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, the United States Postal Service has officially announced the consolidation of its Hamden Mail facility following a months-long operations review and an outpouring of public disapproval.
Our Doug Banks joins us now live in studio with reaction to that decision. Doug?
Yes, that's right. The Eastern Maine Processing Distribution Center located in Hamden will be consolidated. Officials at the United States Postal Service announcing the decision yesterday following a months-long facility review that was met with disapproval at a recent public meeting. According to the USPS, the Hamden facility will be modernized to a local processing center, effectively moving outgoing mail operations to Scarborough. The USPS also states this move will not result in any career layoffs. Senator Susan Collins has been adamantly against consolidating the Hamden facility for over a decade and called this most recent decision misguided. Today, Senator Collins said in part, quote, "These concerns are further heightened by the recent USPS IG report, highlighting pre-existing delivery delays and in southern Maine." Hamden facility employee and American Postal Workers Union President Robert Pierogi said in part, quote, "While the Postal Service says is declaring this is good news, it is not. I am not surprised, but disappointed." And just moments ago, Congressman Jared Golden announced he will introduce legislation to stop the consolidation of the Hamden facility, calling the decision unacceptable. Those details and more can be found later tonight on our website. In studio, I'm Doug Banks. Back to you guys.
In other news, April is Organ Donation Month, and this year's theme is Total Eclipse of the Heart. Of course it is. Our Augusta reporter Corey Bouchard has more on why officials say it's so important to become a donor.
According to New England Donor Services, 1,401 lives were saved last year in New England by organ donation. And with this year's Organ Donation Month coinciding with the total solar eclipse, they've gone with the theme Total Eclipse of the Heart and are encouraging people who aren't organ donors to turn around and sign up to donate at your local BMV.
Today we honor organ donors across the country and their life-saving gifts.
In keeping with the theme, Governor Mills was presented with a pair of sunglasses. Officials from New England Donor Services, which handles the process of organ donation in Maine, says just because you sign up to save a life doesn't necessarily mean your organs will be used when you pass.
One really important thing to know is you're far more likely to need an organ transplant than to die in a manner where organ donation is a medical possibility. And if you would want an organ available to save your life or to save the life of a loved one who needs a transplant, then you really ought to consider being a donor.
Representative Allison Hepler shared her personal experience about her husband Bob, who was able to donate his organs over 30 years ago. She says the important part about becoming an organ donor is telling people.
So you have to tell people, tell your family, tell your friends, because you might not have that information readily available to you.
Secretary of State Shenna Bellows is in charge of the Bureau of Motor Vehicles. She says the process to sign up to become an organ donor is as simple as checking a box.
There's no fee, no complicated paperwork or application. You just check yes, that you wish to be an organ donor. And perhaps that day never comes. And keep in mind, there are 770,000 Mainers who have checked the box yes. But if tragedy does strike, that organ donation can save a life.
And if you're not planning on visiting your BMV anytime soon, you can always sign up to donate on your iPhone Health app or by visiting registerme.org. In Augusta, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
And still to come on ABC 7 News at 6, how the Red Cross is celebrating its dedicated volunteers and donors.
And in sports, Class B champs Old Town Baseball are dead set on making another deep run despite a huge hole in their team. We'll have that story right after the break.
When you start any business, there's a lot of emotions that you feel. Being able to work with a credit union that believed in what we were trying to do has allowed us to grow so quickly. New fermentation tanks, a grain silo, 2 vehicles that we're using. I've always been able to reach the credit union as if they're in the next office over from me. When we started, we had 6 employees. 3 years later, over 50 employees. Every step of the way, the credit union has truly been a part of our team.
A quality replacement window made with Fibrix material, which is twice as strong as vinyl, delivered through a stress-free process. Welcome to Renewal by Andersen. Get the peace of mind knowing Renewal by Andersen handles everything, from start to finish. With one call, you'll enjoy working with the best people, exclusive products, and a superior process.
It's the people.
It's the process.
It's the product.
Call now to get our exceptional signature service. This fantastic offer is available only for a limited time. Renewal by Andersen, the better way to a better window.
You know what? When the power goes out, ours doesn't, thanks to RH Foster. We have a generator, and it runs on propane, and it powers the entire house, and we get our propane from RH Foster. Those big storms, the neighborhood lost power for days, but we didn't lose power, not even for a moment. I never worry about running out of propane. RH Foster keeps us topped off. Even if I had a problem, I could call RH Foster, and I can talk to a real person. With propane from RH Foster, power outages are not a problem at our house.
Jamar Construction Products in Bangor continues to grow to meet our customers' needs, supplying products for site work contractors, concrete contractors, and survey and safety supplies. We are proud to be the local dealer for Hilti, Valley Blades, U.S. Fabrics, and Euclid Chemical, plus so much more. Stop by and see us at 1270 Hammond Street or give us a call at 907-4491. If you dig it, pour it, plow it, fasten it, lay it, or lift it, Jamar Construction Products can help you.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by the KG. Stop in for hunting and fishing supplies, apparel, and homemade food.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. We'll start with some baseball. Old Town Baseball enters the season looking to defend their Class B state title from last year, despite losing one of their top guys. And as our Ryan Soudal reports, their doubters are their biggest fuel.
Just got to focus on staying on team and hopefully keep riding that high and be another successful year.
For the second time in 3 years, Old Town Baseball are reigning Class B champions. Things are a bit different this time around, but expectations haven't changed.
The team chemistry, we're slowly getting there. Different team, but just added a few more new kids. We should be pretty good.
For one, most of the Coyotes' batting order returns from last year, representing over half of their RBIs. With a young pitching staff, their contributions will be key.
You know, keep grinding every day, try to get better, get your swings in. We got some power here and there, and we got some people that can lay down a good bunt, hit and run, whatever we need. They'll get the job done.
And while the pitching staff contains only one returning with starting experience, those that sat back had some greats to take after.
A lot of learning experience from last year, just watching other teams play us in our staff too. You know, they know how to take the ball on the mound and, you know, just do their job, and the defense will take care of it.
But remember, this year is different. Most notably, the team's ace and top bat over the last 3 years, Gabe Gifford, is now a Black Bear.
We just got to try to make up for that, you know, and we got to try to supplement that in and collectively get better as a team.
But you don't win a state title with just one guy.
We had a great hitting squad. We have a great defense. You know, it wasn't just Gabe. These guys have been playing with each other since Little League, so they know each other.
The Coyotes may look frail to those hunting them, but even with that huge target on their backs, they're out to show they're more dangerous than meets the eye.
It made us all really mad. They all think that we lost Gabe. We're not going to be good. We just have to prove them wrong.
Catch a couple wins and keep getting better. I mean, hey, let's do it.
In Hamden, I'm Ryan Sudol, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
Thanks for that, Ryan. Let's go to the Sox now. I mentioned yesterday that Trevor Story will likely miss the remainder of the season with the Red Sox. He is set to undergo surgery on Friday. Story missed most of last season as well. Chief Baseball Officer Craig Breslow announced yesterday that Story suffered a left shoulder fracture when diving for a ball against the Angels last Friday night. Originally, it was thought it was just a dislocation of the left shoulder, and he was placed on the temporary IL. Here's the play right here. Now Breslow saying it will be roughly 6 months for recovery, which would put us into October. You do the math. After yesterday's loss, Story emotional, talking about his injury.
Missing last season, you feel that, you know, you miss your teammates, you miss playing the game. You just know what it takes, you know. But I'll be all right.
Hopefully we see him back sooner rather than later. That's all the time we have for sports. Here's Conrad Sapinski with your full 5-day forecast. Conrad?
Thank you so much. Our main weather today is brought to you by Diversified Ink Tattoo Studios in Penobscot Plaza in Bangor, providing custom ink by licensed artists for over 20 years. And get ready, folks. Get those umbrellas ready. We're talking a good amount of rain on the way. Well over an inch of rain down south. All of this Gulf moisture will be moving our way. And when we're talking Gulf moisture or anything off the ocean, we are talking a lot of precipitation on the way. And this is going to be a several-day event. We're even talking some severe weather in Louisiana. Close to New Orleans, they're talking the worst damage from the severe weather and even some tornadoes they've seen since Hurricane Katrina over 15 years ago. So, of course, damaging storms down south. We're not going to look at any damaging storms here in Maine, but heavy rain will be in the area by Friday. For now, though, looking at cloudy skies outside, some scattered rain showers in the area like expected, and that will just pick up in intensity. Still going to fall more on the scattered end overnight. Same story into the day on Thursday. By Thursday night into Friday, this is where we're talking those heavier bands of rain moving in from the south, and that will bring a lot of rain. Most of that precipitation will be Thursday night and throughout the day on Friday. We're looking at still an additional over inch of rain here in town, right at the coast, possibly even over 2 inches of rain. Check out Machias coming in at over 2 inches of rain. This is pretty much through Saturday into Sunday, so we are looking at a lot of rain on the way. And of course, flood watches have been issued till around 4 p.m. on Friday. They're probably going to get extended. This is for our western counties. Get ready. I would not be surprised. I'm forecasting it to get extended actually into Saturday. We'll keep an eye on things, and of course some gale warnings right at the coast. Temperature wise though, we should be at around 50, 51 degrees. So of course, next couple of days we're going to be a little cooler. By Friday though, starting Friday, a little bit warmer. Same thing for Saturday, and then even warmer. If you want warmer temperatures, get ready. By next week, we're talking 50s and 60s in the area once again. And finally, that rain will be moving out of our area. For tonight though, not quite, right? We're still talking those scattered rain showers in the area. Cloudy skies, temperature-wise though, we're going to be hovering at around 40 degrees. Light breeze talking out of the southeast at around 10, 15, up to 20 miles per hour. Right at the coast, a little bit more of a breeze. For tomorrow though, cloudy skies and in general, scattered rain showers. We're going to see a lot of dry hours as well, but don't forget those umbrellas if that rain catches you off guard. Southeast wind will continue to pick up and blow at around 25 to even 30 miles per hour in some spots, and that will just continue to pick up as we get closer to Friday. Our extended forecast outlook does show rain and wind on Friday. That's the main event. That's the heavier rain, stronger winds in the area on Friday, lingering into Saturday. Finally, by Sunday, we're in the clear, and then by Monday, upper 50s.
Well, if you've been neglecting your spring cleaning, I guess the next few days are your opportunity to get it done.
Perfect time to do it.
All righty. Well,
All right.
there's still more to come. Stay with us.
Transform your surroundings with Paramount Paving, located in Bangor. They are your paving and seal coating experts. Whether it's residential maintenance to full commercial projects, Paramount Paving delivers quality that lasts. Book before June 1st and enjoy a $250 Visa gift card upon completion of your next paving project. Call us today at 602-8931 or visit us at ParamountPavingLLC.com. Paramount Paving, setting the standard for excellence. When it comes to paving, we are Paramount.
Great Scott! This is Green Bear 420 in 2010. What kind of trip is this? I gotta get back to 2023. Wait, it's 2015. So much has changed. In 2023, we had a lot more glass, t-shirts, and novelties. It's gonna take a bolt of lightning to get me home. Finally, home at last. Now Green Bear 420, Green Bear Green Care is bigger and better than ever. To be continued.
With features you won't find on Honda CR-V, Toyota RAV4, or Subaru Forester, the Hyundai Tucson puts the other guys in their place. Namely, the rear-view mirror. Only a Tucson compares to a Tucson. Lease an all-wheel drive Tucson for $229 a month, or get 3.79% APR, or up to $1,250 bonus cash. See your Bangor Hyundai dealer today.
Let your creativity run free at the Creative Arts Center, where we offer fun and affordable activities for all ages. Birthday parties, pottery wheel classes, painting lessons, or just for the fun of it. Get fired up for glazing projects as well as acrylics. We offer a wide selection of ceramic products for you to choose from, and we have thousands of pieces ready to paint. We are a Paragon kiln dealer and a Laguna Clay distributor. Stop by the Creative Arts Center today, located just off the Joshua Chamberlain Bridge in Brewer. The Creative Arts Center, where your only limitation is your imagination.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, finally tonight, for the American Red Cross, April is National Volunteer Month, and they're going out of their way to recognize those who support their cause. From now until April 28th, donors will receive a $10 e-gift card and be automatically entered for a chance to win one of two $7,000 gift cards. Volunteers make up around 90% of the Red Cross's workforce, according to a spokesperson. And April is a time to not only celebrate their volunteers, but to support their dedication as well.
We are certainly engaged with the community through the work of our volunteers and do our best to support the work our volunteers do throughout the community.
Well, information about National Volunteer Month and upcoming blood donation opportunities in your area will be provided on our website, and it seems like a timely occasion to speak about them because we've been hearing so frequently lately about the blood shortages, the extreme need for blood donors, and I'm sure that they wouldn't say no to extra volunteers as well, especially if those donations tick up. But yeah, definitely a month to reflect on what the Red Cross does, and that right now they are in a position of need.
Absolutely, yeah. And they can take all the help and donations that they can get.
Absolutely. So folks, if you have the opportunity to donate or maybe give them a few hours of your time during the week, it's a great month to think about doing so.
It definitely is.
Alrighty, folks. Well, that is it for us from everyone here at ABC 7 News. Take care, and we hope you have a great rest of your night.
Good night, everyone.